Shane and TV here with Chris Millington. So 1-0 win. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, well, ugly, wasn't it? and that's what we're good at doing at the minute. We've had a couple of games where we've played really well, had good possession, controlled it, and come away with nothing. And then 2 games in Woking and Boston away, where we've probably not played as silky football as we'd like, but we've kept clean sheets and we've come away with 3 points. So we're good at that. And listen, it was a response to questions that I'd asked of the players and what I'd put on them. I think the staff have worked harder to prepare them to be able to do that, and the players have certainly stepped up today and defended the box really well.
So start by talking about the fans in great voice from the first minute tonight.
Brilliant, yeah. The South Stand have been fantastic this season. Absolutely brilliant. Away support, brilliant. Really good. It's been fantastic. You get 1 or 2 shouts from the East Stand, probably more spectators than fans. I think one was bored today. He was telling us how bored he was, which, for me it's humorous, but I think for the players it's insulting. Likes of Billy Waters, Sam Johnson, Jamie Cook, Flo Hottie, Owen Bray, the impact he had. We've had 2 centre midfielders come in today who haven't played a lot of minutes this season. One through injury and the other just through opportunity, because Jack Evans and Scott High have been doing so well, and they've come on in. It was never going to be an easy game for them, and they've really stepped up. I thought first half Jack Jenkins and Tom Pugh did a fantastic job for the team, and as the second half wore on, they faded a bit because of those reasons. So I'm disappointed that people are bored, but I'm really pleased and I've got bags of respect for the way the players have responded today.
You mentioned Owen Bray in there as well. Signed a new contract with us.
Yeah, he's a great lad, Owen, and we rattle on about the model and the way we work and the way we recruit and build the team. He's Yorkshire-based lad. He's a good, honest, hard-working player. Bags of energy, bags of enthusiasm. Incredibly fit young man. He can run all day, and he's got ability too, which helps. He's a good technical player. So as the season wears on, I think we'll see more contribution from him in terms of minutes on the pitch, but also in terms of goals and assists. That's what we'll be talking to him about and trying to guide him to provide for the team.
Of course, obviously looking at the game now, it was a near perfect start. Angelo Capello getting on the score sheet after 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, absolutely. Angelo again, really good, and again, one of those players who, I don't know how you can be bored watching Angelo. I love it. I just really enjoy watching him play. I think his style is great, all action, fully committed, and he's off the back of a layoff as well. So to expect him to be able to provide that type of energy and front-footed play that he does for 90-95 minutes is unrealistic. We've got a few of those players coming in today. I've mentioned the 2 midfielders, Angelo and Adam Adatoro, who are coming in off the back of not a great deal of minutes lately. So it was never going to be an easy game. And I've got to give credit to Woking in the analysis in preparation for this game, that they're a good team. They're a good group of players. They're a good squad. And I believe that they're having a lot of games like that where they're playing well, and maybe not quite getting the rub of the green. So it's also, we've got to give respect to the opposition. I think we probably shaded the first half and we're marginally the better team, but the second half they've thrown everything at it. They've made substitutions, they've tweaked the shape, they've pushed players higher up the pitch, they've replaced defensive wing backs for attacking ones, and thrown everything at it. And they're a good side. They're good National League and in some cases Football League players. So to expect us to just roll them over and dominate them for 94-95 minutes is unrealistic. But I'm really pleased the lads. I believe they got what they deserve just through their effort and application today.
As you say, probably edged that first half, but neither keeper really had too much to test them today.
No, Sam made a good save, I think, early on. Obviously, Angelo scored a decent goal. There's always, Woking score a lot of set pieces. I think the last 4 goals have come off set pieces. We've conceded a fair few off set pieces recently as well. So we really worked hard on making sure we were ready for that. And they score an awful lot of goals late in games. So again, for the fans who come week in, week out, know Halifax Town, know National League football, they know what a tough game it was going to be today. But for those who don't, really know the league and don't really know football, perhaps they need to know Woking score an awful lot of goals in the last quarter of games, particularly the last 15 minutes. That's when the majority of their goals are scored. We know that because we do our own work, and we knew it was going to be tough late on. So again, you know, a clean sheet is something that should be celebrated, because it's not an easy thing against a Woking team that's really scrapping for everything at the moment.
And as you mentioned before, certainly had more defending to do in that second half, but did that all well and still created some chances on the counter.
Yeah, we did. I'd like us to see it show a bit more composure. I think that's been a little bit of a frailty in the Rochdale and York games. We created more chances actually against York and Rochdale, but lacked a little bit of composure, lacked a little bit of presence in terms of the decision making, the final pass. And today maybe the same, just a little bit sloppy, you know, overreaching for certain things, under-hitting passes at the end, and one or two shots that we should have probably done a bit better with. But if we're the Halifax town that we've been in the last couple of seasons, who can defend the way we have and keep clean sheets, then we don't need to be quite as prolific. We want to be, and we work hard at it, and we've got players who've got the technical ability to be prolific, and they will be as they mature and grow older and get more experience. But if we can build on a really solid defence and keeping clean sheets, then I think we've got the ability to beat anyone in the league.
Yeah, as you say, held on for that clean sheet, and some good game management at the end as well to ensure that.
Yeah, that showed some maturity, didn't it? I think, you know, good on Aidan George and the players who managed to eat up a good 90 seconds or 2 minutes with the way they played over on the far side. And you know, that's what we're about. A lot of the players here are learning about senior football. They're growing and developing week in, week out. We see this in the first half of every season because of the demographic of the squad that we recruit. We recruit young, good footballers, but those who need experience, they need the opportunity to learn on the job. And that's what some of them are doing. So that showed today a little bit towards the end, where we had the ability to see it out when in other games maybe we've been a little bit more naive.
Of course, obviously up next a slightly different challenge with Middlesbrough under-21s on Tuesday night.
Yeah, they're doing reasonably well. I think they beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-2 the other day and played well. We know what to expect from them. We prepare like we prepare for any other game. It's a competition we want to do well in. Obviously, we're struggling a little bit with bodies at the moment. We didn't have enough fit players to fill the bench in actual fact today. So the match day squad won't change a great deal come Tuesday. The starting 11 may, but the match day squad will probably be identical. But we want to progress in the competition. We want to do well, and we'll put out a team and play in a style that we believe will be good enough to get the points for the group stage of that.
Thank you.
Cheers, Luke.